How does God present a woman to a man? There are several ways by which he does this. The first is that he can cause your path to meet. He can cause your path to meet.
That's right.
This is very important. It's biblical. In Genesis 28, you see Jacob and Rachel. They met at the well. God brought Rachel to the well, and
That's
Jacob
right.
was waiting there, and their path met. And then you see in Exodus chapter 2, Zipporah, the wife of Moses, they met at the well. They met at the well. So it was a meeting spot at that time. You see a Samaritan woman in John chapter 4 going to the well to carry water. She had lived with 5 husbands. She was living with the sick, and she was still going to the well. Thank God she met Jesus, our bridegroom, and he settled her. So they met. He can cause your path to meet. That is one. That is one way. He can do a recommendation. You can be recommended.
That's true.
Some people are accusing some people today that they are matching people. It is biblical. God can use somebody to bring you people together, to connect you together.
Very true.
It has happened. Don't be expecting that the man must come, take you to one nice place and kneel down before everybody and say, will you marry me? You can meet in the bus, you can meet anywhere in the market, in church, you can meet on the internet. You can cause your paths to meet.
That's
and
true.
the medium God chooses. So don't be stereotyped. He can recommend you. You can be recommended to somebody and the person looks for you. I know of a case where a lady was recommended to a man they have never met. And the man got her number and called her. They met the very first time they met, he proposed. And they are living happily together. He's even a clergy, he's even a pastor. Yes, that can happen. That can happen. It can be a recommendation. You can be sought for. You can be sought for. You see, Abraham in Genesis 24, when he sent his servant, Eliezer, to go and look for Isaac's wife, he went and he gave him specific recommendations. So a recommendation can be given about you. If you are being prepared and you meet those qualities, they meet you, they will bring you together. So he went and looked for Isaac's wife, and she met the criteria. And he proposed and married the woman. Isaac had never seen the woman. And then he brought this woman to Isaac. And when she saw Isaac, she veiled herself, and Isaac came and confirmed her and took her as wife, and they never divorced. We don't see any problems registered in their marriage. In those days, even today, some cultures do that. Some religions, like the Islamic religion, where a woman is brought to her husband and she sees him for the first time and become his wife. And they live together. It is the way people are taught, people are prepared.
That's right.
In those days when we were in the village, usually they used to come to the village. Some of our uncles were living in the city, using their pictures to marry their wives. Some of them will go and stand in the studio, take nice clothes and snap a nice picture. And they'll come and present to the lady. He has never seen the man. And then they'll marry the lady and take the lady to go and give to the man, and they live together happily. So the thing here is about preparation. We have been insisting on this. It's about preparation. So today, by knowledge, people say, no, I must make my choice. I must know the man. And this I must make my choice has damaged a lot of things. So when you are recommended to a man, you start getting offended because maybe your own friend they met the partner directly. You can meet your own indirectly through somebody. Somebody can recommend you.
That's right.
You can just sit and receive a call from somebody, and that's how you become husband and wife. It happens. So you should be flexible. You should be flexible. You should be flexible. And then you can be given to somebody as a wife. In those days, great men, one of the rewards they used to give to people in those days was a wife. In Genesis 41, Pharaoh gave Asenath to Joseph as a reward. That was his wife. And that's where they had Ephraim and Manasseh, who became some of the tribes of Israel.
Yes.
She was given, after Joseph interpreted that dream, Pharaoh was so happy, he promoted Joseph and then gave him a wife as a reward. Great men used to do that. Okay, we see Jethro, the prince of Midian, who gave Zipporah to Moses, Genesis chapter 2, as a reward. Moses helped them at the well and was kind to them. And then they went and told their father, and the father said, where is he? Bring him. So I'll appreciate him. And he gave Moses a job and then gave him Zipporah as a wife. and they lived happily together. So you can be given to somebody.
That's right.
You can be given to somebody as a reward. Your father said, I'm going to give you to this young man. And then he starts saying, no, I want to make my choice. If you are prepared, and he's a nice young man, why should you be so stereotyped? So you should be flexible on this, okay? Now, when God presents you to the man, irrespective of the channel through which he used to present you, there are several things that can happen. The man can easily recognize you and propose. When Jacob saw Rachel, he recognized her and he went and proposed to the father, and then gave himself 7 years to pay the bride price and marry her. Okay? The man can easily recognize you. When Moses helped Zipporah and the father gave Zipporah to him, he easily accepted. It means that a soft spot was surely developed at that well. Of course, he met her at the well, of course. So, so that's it. Isaac's wife, they went and brought his wife. He never saw her. And when he saw his wife, what did he do? He took her to himself. She veiled herself, he recognized her and took her, and they became husband and wife. Rebecca. It's from there that we had Jacob and Esau, two great nations that came. You see, so he can easily recognize you and propose. The man may recognize you and he does not have the boldness to propose. And then you understand that he's your husband. It's possible that a lady understands that the man is her husband. Yeah. God may tell you in your intimacy with God, he can tell you. He can also recognize you and is discussing with you every day, but he does not have the courage because maybe he thinks that you may not accept him or he does not have what you desire and so on and so forth. Now, if you are certain that this man wants you, what can you do? You shouldn't propose marriage to a man. But there's something you can do.